I would highly, highly recommend a few classic texts. One is Getting to Yes, very famous, Uri and Patton. There are multiple versions of this. Women Don't Ask, Linda Babcock and Lassever. Lean In. If you haven't read Lean In, you should definitely read Lean In by Sheryl Sandberg. I also really like Joan Williams' book with her daughter, What Works for Women at Work. It's not on negotiation alone, but it's really great information, especially for women. And these are all for men too. I mean, it's a co-ed world, so it's important that you really know the issue from all sides. Because whether you're a woman or a man, you're going to negotiate with a woman or a man over and over again. But I'll just hit you with the 4 steps to a negotiation. So the first thing, just like any conversation, is you're going to assess whether it's worth it to negotiate. So this is where you look at the benefits and the costs of what you plan to do. So this is where you decide, what is my fallback position? If I make this ask, remembering that you're going to collaboratively problem solve, you're going to strengthen your relationship, so you're not thinking, if I ask, I'm going to burn the bridge, or I get what I want, or feelings are hurt. No, we're on the same side. And is this the time? Could you gain enough in order to make the ask? So that's the first thing. The second thing is that you have to prepare. And so we've touched on this a little bit. For me personally, I need a lot of time to prepare. I find that I need to really sort of cogitate on it, and I need to write it down. So as soon as I started interacting with my current chair, so I've been in the Department of Emergency Medicine for 3 years, and he sort of found me on campus in one of our programs. And as we continued to have a conversation about whether I should come join his department, I thought, boy, this is only going one way, and it's to a negotiation at some point in the future. So I need to start thinking about what I want to write. I want to know. I want to prepare. I need to find out, what do PhDs make in clinical departments? At my institution, at other institutions, what do women get paid? What about emergency medicine compared to a prior department or a different school, etc. So you really have to do your homework. The second piece of preparing is to try to understand what your counterpart's interests are. So you have to really sort of put that person's hat on and, as much as possible, pretend you're that chair. What would I need, want, desire, be able to do if I'm the chair, and be really honest about that? Because it's not fake, it's real. They really have constraints. And so the more you can understand, for example, they say, oh, we pay 75% of the AAMC number. Are they required to do that? Is that a starting point? Is that a goal number? Like, what is the deal? So anyway, really understanding their interests. And then here's one of the sort of getting to yes issues. You want to know their interests, not their position. So in other words, you say, I need protected time to do my research. Protected time is a position. You have an idea that protection is going to convey something, a better research career. Your interest is actually that you're more successful in your research. Could that be achieved in multiple ways? Yes. So you want to really get to the interest separate from what you're putting forward. And then finally, you are going to take positions. So you're going to make some proposals. And the way to do that is to try to link things together. So you want to package things together. You don't want a laundry list where your counterpart's going to just check off yes, no. Because if you ask for something alone and the answer's no, you kind of go, okay, what do you go with that? Do you argue about it? Do you pull them back? It's hard. So what you want to do is say, oh, yeah, one of my goals is, postgraduate training. And I'm interested in being the fellowship director and part of how I'm going to be successful as fellowship director is I need administrative support, because I'm going to need to do recruitments and I'm going to need a budget for recruitments. So now you've got a title, a set of duties, administrative support, and a budget all tangled together. So they might say, oh, you know, yeah, I need you to be fellowship director. I could go along with that, but we don't have any administrative support. Well, that's what it's going to take for you to be successful. So you enter into a different conversation. Well, now how am I going to get this stuff done, before you say yes, no. All right, so it's linking things together. And a piece of it is, let me explain to you, I'm going to educate you on how this needs to go, because this is how I see this unfolding. So it's bringing things together in a yoked together, linked plan, and coming up with at least 2 alternatives that are hopefully equally good for you, but are different. So you might put together one constellation, and then that's not going to work because of something you didn't know about. And then you would say, oh, okay, that's very interesting. Thank you for telling me about that. Here's another alternative I thought of. Okay, right, we're collaboratively problem solving. If that doesn't go anywhere, okay, what other things could we put together to meet these needs? These are the interests I have.